Welcome back to another North Carolina Tar Heels football recruiting podcast here on TarHeelIllustrated.com. And if you're watching us on our extremely fast-growing YouTube channel, that is called Tar Heel Illustrated. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Heel Illustrated, no S, at Heel Illustrated. THI publisher Andrew Jones, who joining me as our director of football recruiting, Miss Deana King. And Deana, the Tar Heels have picked up another commitment as they continue to add to the class of 2023. This is three-star outside linebacker Amare Campbell from Unity Reed High School in Manassas, Virginia. For some of you that don't know the name and you know the area, that used to be Stonewall Jackson High School in Manassas, Virginia. Very, very nice area. I played a basketball game there one day in high school. Anyway, 6'2", 220 pounds, the number 32 overall prospect in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And I'll get into some other intel about him. But Deana, your initial thoughts on Amare Campbell committing to Mack Brown, Tommy Thigpen, and Gene Chizik and the Tar Heels?
They headed up north to territory that they've reaped a lot of rewards up in Virginia. So they went up there in your neck of the woods, my little personal slogan there. Nav Campbell, a linebacker that I think can possibly play inside linebacker as well. He's got a nice frame to play that inside linebacker position as well if they need to move him there. Of course, linebackers are probably going to be a big need for the Tar Heels because they don't have that many scholarship linebackers. And, with Cedric Gray and Power Eccles and Ra Dilworth and Sebastian Cheeks, they're mainly right now. So getting a good quality linebacker to go with a fellow commitment from Georgia, Caleb Lavallee. So they're getting some very good quality linebackers.
Yeah, Deuce Caldwell also in that room. He just arrived. It probably won't get on the field this year, maybe in the A&M game this week. And also, we still don't know where Ra-Ra's going to end up because I just think Ra-Ra's a football player, so they just put him out the field in special packages for him. Amare Campbell's someone who we haven't talked a lot about him. People haven't been asking about him on the message boards very much. Sort of a name that was out there, but it was kind of over here. Now he's squarely in the middle. How did this process play out over the last 6 weeks in getting him to Chapel Hill?
Well, he had been to UNC several times, took his official visit as well. I pretty much think that he kind of might have made a commitment to the Tar Heels, and that's why there's not been a lot of outside chatter, from other schools and everything, because some kids just know where they want to go, and they set a specific date. I have no idea why the 24th was picked for him, but some of these kids, they just want to announce on a special day, and so he picked Tar Heels over West Virginia and Maryland. And just a nice pickup for Coach Thigpen in the defense.
Also offered by UVA. It was his official visit at the end of June. Was he there that weekend with all those kids when they had a huge crop there?
I believe so. I mean, and that's positive too, because a lot of those kids that were there that weekend have ended up committing to North Carolina. So it was a great chance for Campbell to bond with a lot of the other guys that he will be coming in with in the class of 23. So like I said, another Virginia kid. They love to recruit Virginia kids, and Virginia has produced some pretty good linebackers for North Carolina in the past, including the one that's going to be coaching him.
Yeah. Now, the silent verbal thing, a lot of people may not understand that very quickly. And he's not the first one. There have been a few here of late that told the program when they're there or soon after leaving, when they get home or something like that, hey, coach, I want to go there, but I'm not going to commit publicly right now. I'm going to wait for a specific date. Those are silent verbals. It strikes me, and I'm just thinking off the top of my head here, They've had more of that with this class than they have had with previous classes, in part maybe because the rush to get the commitment in hasn't been as much there, that sense of urgency as there was a year ago, because the whole COVID situation made it sort of a free fall. It was a Wild West recruitment with a lot of kids once things opened up in 2021, a year ago, after when the kids were allowed to start making visits. So I think a lot of kids have had more time, a little bit back to normal now. So are you reading it too? A lot more silent verbals with this group?
Yeah, I just think a lot of kids they want to lock in their spot, and they're like, "Hey, coach, I want to come. I'm committing to you. Hold my spot. I just want to publicly announce it on my birthday, my mom's birthday, a special day, before a football game or whatever." But yeah, I've seen it, and I've kind of felt like Carolina's had quite a few this year that. Just like you mentioned, like the year before, it was like a free for all, and everything. But I do believe Campbell liked what he saw. He has always liked what he saw. Always had some very positive um, comments towards North Carolina on his Twitter and everything. And just some kids. I mean, you're an athlete. Sometimes you just feel at home where you go to a place and you just feel like it's home. So Campbell felt that way, and now he's a Tar Heel.
Amare Campbell, a 3-star outside linebacker with the ability to move inside, Miss King says, from Unity Reed High School in Manassas, Virginia, which is about 30 miles or so outside of Washington, D.C. He is the latest member of the class of 2023 to pop for Mack Brown, Gene Chizik, Tommy Thigpen, and the Tar Heels. She is Deana King. I'm Andrew Jones. We appreciate you stopping by.